why did OSP not get the courage to initiate the action 2 or 3 years ago? And then he only had the courage to initiate, but he had suddenly the OSP found courage to even call Ken a fugitive. Could you have done that in the old regime? Meanwhile, the whole essence, the argument that was made for why we needed an OSP was so that we have somebody who would be able to prosecute corruption and corruption-related matters that pertains to politicians without the holdback, or without the influence of political authority. You understand? Because there's a thin line between prosecution and persecution. There's a thin line, and we don't want a situation where political actors will use what's called their powers to, or will weaponize the powers we give them to pursue their political opponents. For 8 years, under the last regime, for 8 years, for close to 8 years, some people were going to police back, were going to court, and nothing happened. So really the question is, were they being truly prosecuted, or they were just being persecuted? It is for those reasons why the people of Ghana supported the idea of an independent special prosecutor. In our thinking, we felt that that independent prosecutor was going to be given raw powers. But in the way we did it, it was once again a clear case of let's do something to represent something. It was a clear case of let's do something
to satisfy a campaign promise that there is going to be a drive for anti-corruption.
Let's just do something
to represent something. Something to represent something.
No commitment.
Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, that's a fair and it's a fair assessment
because you're a legal practitioner. So when you make that assessment, is that a fair assessment?
It's a fair assessment because the president, who, in all fairness to him, has made a name. Is a lawyer of fantastic repute. I don't need to stand here and we all know. So even if Appiah Danquah, I know that to give real effect to the intention of creating a body which is truly independent, they needed to be done by amending the constitution to give that body real powers. Because immediately the OSP was created in the manner it was, then it was under the control of somebody. And the whole idea of having an OSP who is truly independent, the whole idea was so that we will have proper prosecution, we will bring to life one of the fundamental principles underpinning our constitution, probity and accountability. But because of lack of commitment and because the focus was just to show to everyone that indeed we are fulfilling a campaign promise, they created it by an act, by way of an act, which meant that they still could control him. Because, like I'm saying, per the constitution, is the Attorney General who, for all intents and purposes, has the power to initiate all criminal what's called actions. So if you do not amend the constitution and just make the creation of the OSP by way of an act, then argument could be made that listen, the AG can still control, and by extension, the president can still control. And that's why clearly offenses or purported offenses which were committed more than 3 years ago, the OSP didn't have the courage to say that
he didn't have the guts.
Yeah, he didn't have the courage, but he didn't have the courage. This SML issue, how long have you not heard about it? There's what's it called, ambulance issue. Could you have had the Canyonis to investigate
the National Cathedral?
You understand?